show method. So this is how interfaces work. This is how interfaces work. So we have other examples. You have to run them. Let us go to corrections. Corrections is a group of objects. Group of objects which can work together to achieve a given task. So correction is a framework that provides architecture to store and manipulate group of objects. So it is a framework which provides architecture of manipulation of groups of objects. Java corrections can be achieved or can achieve all the operations that you perform on data, such as searching, sorting, manipulation, and deletion. Java correction means a single unit of objects. A unit, it means a collection of objects, a set of objects. Java correction framework provides interfaces such as set. So we have set, we have list, we have queue, we have tag, and then we have classes like array list, vectors, linked list, priority queue, and so on. So let us see. Let us start from list interface. A list, it is another collection of objects. It is order, which is a keyword for list, for lists. So they are both lists. So it means they are ordered collection of elements. That is a definition, a complete definition of the lists. A list type data structure is data structure in which we can store the ordered collection of objects. So the order is a keyword here for lists. This interface is implemented by classes like array list, linked list, vectors, and star. To instantiate list interface, we must use either list, so array list, linked list, vector, and so on. There are various methods in the list interfaces. So let us start from array list. Array list class implements the list interface. It can use a dynamic array to store and duplicate elements of a different data types. So it is array because it accepts duplications. It is array list. Why? Because it accepts duplications. The array list can maintain the insertion order and it's not synchronized. The element stored in array list class can be randomly accessed. Array list automatically decides itself whenever necessary when we add or remove elements. So it decides itself. That is the advantage of collection, which decides itself. You don't need to specify the size. But for arrays, you need it is a must to specify the size. Recycling is not possible for arrays, but for corrections, it is the main advantage of it. Array list allows to insert elements into the middle of the collection. Array list lets items to be deleted. Yes, array list any subsequent items in the array are automatically moved. You can move it forward one position in the spot. Array list, when item is added to array list and the underlying array is moved, the array list class automatically creates a new array with a larger capacity and copies copies the existing item to the new array before it adds a new item. So let us see. Mhm. Let us. So we can use both IDEs, IDE around dot create. So we can use both IDE and text editor so that you can be able to use both. This program was hanging before and we are trying to run it here before we can continue on our collections. Angle is created. Now let us create array list. A list. Array list. So we need to import java.ut. So ut dot, you can see array list. Array list, it is, we can say array list. Now, after creating, importing, then we can say we can create a object of type array list. Array list, array list equals new array list. Then array list, we can add elements. For example, 1 list dot add 2 array list dot add 3 3 array list. So now we can specify the position. At position 1, let us add 1. So after adding element, we can display system dot out dot print line a list. So you can see 1, 1, 1, 2, 3. So this is the output. You can see the output. This is array list. So if you can see it maintains the. So now we can remove some of the things. Array list. Array list dot remove dot remove. You can specify, for example, the position. And we are removing this one. And system dot out dot print after remove. After remove, we can display system dot out dot print array list. So the output has come. So we have 1, 1, 1, 2, 3. After remove, we have 1, 2, 3. So we can add and remove. We can do whatever we need. Okay, that was array list. For linked list, that's the now let us go to link the list. Link the list. We have objects of array list. You can add at a specific index. You can remove at a specific index. You can set when you want to update an element, you specify an index, and you set it. You put a new element, then you can return a specific element if you want to display, for example, a specific element, a simple element. You can use get function. So linked list, the linked list provides implementation of list interface. It implements all optional list operation and permits elements including null. In addition, implementing the list interface linked list provides uniformly named the method get remove that an element at the beginning and at the end. So you can the differences between linked list and array list is that this one can add an element at the beginning and at the end. In that case, it can be used as a star, a queue, or double-ended queue. Date. It can be used as a date. It can be used as a queue. It can be used as a star. So here we have an example. If now it becomes a linked list. Linked list. So it is not being visible because we didn't import. We should import the linked list. Here we have imported array list, but because all of them are in util package, we have to import everything in util. It is better. Now linked list this. Now you can see linked list. 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 Now we can add at the end dot add test. Let us call it 0. 0. You can add at the beginning, you can add at the end, and so on. You can remove. So, and because you can remove, you can add at the beginning or at the end. So that is why it can be used as. So you can see we added at the beginning by using add test. You can use add last to add at the end and so on. So that is why it can be used as a date, a star. So that is linked list. We have also vector. It is similar to array list, however, it is synchronized. It is synchronized. This is the only difference, and it contains many methods that are not in the part of collection framework. Now, star. So this is very important because for star, it implements the last in first out the data structure, last in first out. It is like a stack of plates. So it uses push to add element, it uses pick to remove elements. So let us create a stack. New. Have a main class. Let us call it stack. So let us create a stack. Stack one. Now let us go quickly because it's almost time. Now import import util dot everything. Now stack equals new stack st1 dot push one st1 dot push 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 st1 dot push push and 20 30 st1 st1 dot push 40. Now system dot out print. So if we run 11, 20, 30, print line. Now, if we need to remove element, st1 dot pick. So paste in, paste out. Black. 11. It is 4. st1 dot 4 to remove element. So now you see last in the last element added, it is the first one removed. Or it last in, phase out. If you use the last in, phase out, it is a star. So after list, we have sets. Sets. For these sets, they are like they are the difference between sets and lists is that first of accept duplication. They are not ordered, then they do not accept duplications. So they can be implemented using hash set, or we can implement them by using hash set. We can use linked hash set, or we can use tree set to implement sets. So remember, these ones cannot accept duplications. They cannot accept duplications, and they are not ordered. This is the difference between sets and lists. Now let us run an example. Let us write and run example of sets. Sets. So let us start from hash set. Let us hash s hash sets hash sets. So let us import java.ut.everything and hash set hash s equals new hash set hash s dot add a hash s dot add b hash s dot add c. Let us display system dot out dot print line hash set and so you can see our elements are displayed, their hash sets, their sets. So you remember the difference between these ones hash and C. You can see if we add a duplication of an element, that element will come only once. That element will become only once. It don't accept any duplication. There is no duplication. Will not be displayed. duplications. Because of duplication, it will not accept to be added. Yes. Okay, let us go quickly. Linked hash set. Linked hash set class represents a linked list implementation of a set. It extends hash set class and implements set interface like hash set. It also contains unique elements. It maintains the insertion order and it can need binary elements. So this is an example of how it is used. Reset the set. So now let us go to map interface. Map, it is a special collection of elements which use key value pairs. It is a set of key value pairs. It uses the pairs. Now, for example, a map contains value on the basis of key and value pairs. Each key and value pair is known as an entry. A map contains unique keys. A map is useful if you have to search, update, or delete elements on the basis of keys. Now it uses elements. It uses method put and remove. So these are examples. Hash map, new hash map. For example, name and salaries, name and their corresponding salaries, or you can use, for example, registration number and the name, student registration number and the name. So you can see hashmap.put 100, hashmap.put, hashmap.put. This is how we use hash maps, hash mapping. So yes, those are maps. Now maps are implemented by using hash map, linked hash map, and tree maps. All of them use the key value pairs. It is a collection of key value pairs. It is a collection of objects which use key value pairs. Yes, the collections in PHP, they are what we call associative arrays. Sometimes call them associative arrays. Let us run a single example and see. Hash map, for example, hash map equals new hash map. So month, this is not necessary. But put, use put, put, put. Yes. From, from, every month. Now, hash m. So see we have so 2000 80 months. So they are marks. So if there is a question you can ask, because this is the end of presentation of today. If anyone has a question, if anyone has a question, you can ask. Otherwise, this is the end of today's presentation. Then you have to do your assignments and you have to prepare for the next week. We have a quiz. Next week we have a quiz. So it will be a quiz with documents. You will have 1 day to do it and submit it. So I will be communicated to you, but it may be on Wednesday. So you will have Wednesday to do it, and you will have to submit it. And yes, Wednesday you will have the whole day to do it on Wednesday. Okay, thank you. See you on Friday, and it will be the last presentation of this course. Thank you so much.